Hold on. My life has been a lie!
Welcome to Azzyland. It's like Disneyland, except it's not a physical place, and it's got even less entertainment value. If you were to take a trip to Azzyland's channel description, she'd tell you that her channel mainly revolves around cosplaying and gaming. However, if you actually scroll through the channel itself, it becomes quite apparent that this is not the case. And while there is some argument that there is some level of cosplaying involved in this channel, it's predominantly revolved around reactions. It's a reaction channel. Great! Before I really get into Azzyland, I'd like to very briefly talk about reaction videos in general, because in my opinion, I don't think there's anything inherently bad with reaction videos, but there's a lot of negative stigma around them. I think at this point on YouTube, it's become a bit of a meme just to throw shade at reaction videos, almost for no reason sometimes. Now look, we all know who Jinx is at this point. I'm not even going to bother talking about him, alright? There is just no point. We all know who he is. I'm saving him for another video. Trust me on that one. The real point I'm trying to get at here is that it's channels like Jinx's, they're the ones responsible for all the negative stigma and negative stereotypes around reaction videos, because channels like Jinx's, well, they were just awful, weren't they? The whole point of a reaction is that you bring something new to something that already exists. It's transformative content. That's the phrase that's thrown around YouTube a lot these days. You take something that already exists and you give an opinion or a commentary on said thing, and you add something new and therefore create something new out of it. And Jinx's channel was exactly the opposite of this. He would take a video, he'd sit in the corner of the screen and say and do very little. He wouldn't really add anything new, he wouldn't give an opinion, and so therefore it's not really reaction, it's more just stealing someone else's content and using it for money. And that's what makes channels like Jinx's the worst of reaction channels, because unlike other very good reaction channels, they don't add anything new, and so therefore they don't transform the content, and so therefore it is just content theft. However, despite Jinx and all the negative stereotypes he brought, there are a lot of really good reaction channels out there. In fact, I would argue that in this day and age, the vast majority of YouTube content revolves around reactions. The best example of a good reaction channel I can think of is PewDiePie. Call him what you want, but at the basic level, he is a reaction channel. He will take a video or a topic, he will watch it, and then he will react to it. However, unlike Mr. Jinx, he will actually give a comment or an opinion, or maybe even start a discussion. And so therefore, it is actual transformative content. He takes something and he makes something new out of it. You could even argue that my channel is, in a way, a reaction channel. And yes, I know it falls more into the commentary category, but if you really stop and break down my channel to the most basic of level, I take a channel and their content, and I react to it. However, again, unlike channels like Jinx's, I will bring something unique. I will bring my own comments, my own opinions, and so therefore I will transform something that already exists into something new. I can't believe I just described myself like that. And so for me, the real question is, where's the cutoff point? When does a reaction video turn from transformative content into content theft? And this is a question I'd like to apply to Azzyland's channel, because like I said, the vast majority of her content is reaction based. And now I will give her one level of defense. Her reactions are much better than Jinx's, but to be fair, that's not very hard. I reckon you could give a 3-year-old a camera and they'd produce a better reaction video than Jinx ever could. So without further ado, let's get into the first Azzyland reaction video I'd like to show you, and it's called Funniest Teacher-Student Texts, Part 4. This is going to be so much fun, isn't it? Oh, God.
Jonathan, where is your signed report card? My friends stole it at school. You think I'm dumb enough to believe that lie? What lie? That you have friends. Oh! This teacher has burns for days. I need some burn ointment for my wounds. Do we have math homework for Monday? I won't be there. You will have a sub. I just gave birth to twins. Oh my God, that's awesome. How many? 2, Jessica. 2.
No, right? First off, why... oh, what do I... Oh, God. Oh my God. It's so bad. Okay, let me just compose myself for a minute, alright? Let me just really compose myself for just a minute. Alright, I think I'm composed now. First off, it's pretty obvious that all these texts are completely fake, because no student texts their teacher. In fact, I'm pretty confident most schools don't allow it. I don't think they allow students and teachers to have each other's mobile phone numbers or Facebooks or whatever. But put that aside for a second and just really look at what Azzyland is actually reacting to. Like, she's just reacting to still images. Not even videos, just a still image. And that really raises the question, why would you bother? Now, to give Azzyland some level of credit, she is actually reacting to these still images, unlike Jinx, who would just sit there saying nothing. So she is reacting to a level, and so therefore, to some extent, she is transforming it, but her reactions aren't much. Essentially, all she does is she reads out the text and then goes, "Oh, that was a sick burn," or something like that. Like, what? Basically, what I'm saying is that yes, Azzyland definitely brings something new to the table, but she doesn't bring very much, and what she does bring isn't particularly unique. And then, of course, you've got to couple that with the fact that she's just reacting to still images, and if you put all this together, it does kind of make her reaction videos pointless. It might be worth mentioning as well that this is the 4th student-teacher text video she's done, so she's done another 3, and I had a look at some of them, and, well, they're all carbon copies of this, so it's questionable how much originality is here as well. Like, oh my god. This is another reaction video from Azzyland. It's called Life Hacks That Will Literally Change Your Life, and, well, to be honest, it's really not that different from the teacher text video I just showed you. The only real difference is, well, instead of reacting to texts, she's reacting to pictures.
This one is brilliant. You know when you're trying to type up some notes and you're like looking down and then you have to look back up and then you have to look back down until you look back up and then you forget what you read?
In this video, instead of reading texts, all Azzyland really does is explain a picture to you. And not to sound like a complete dick, but it's quite easy to figure out all of these pictures on your own without Azzyland's help, so like before, Azzyland is reacting somewhat to these pictures, and at some point she even gives an opinion stating whether she thinks the idea is a good one or not. But again, she's not really bringing very much new or unique creativity to the video, is she? I reckon you could look at all these pictures without Azzyland and reach the same conclusions yourself. So therefore, it's more that she's just pointing out the obvious to you. And again, what's the point? It makes it all seem very pointless. Wait, hold on. Hold on? She's done a video with Quebblecop! What?
You guys asked for it and we're doing struggles that only guys will understand, so I brought my boyfriend.
Are you serious? Are you serious? Quebblecop and Azzyland are going out? What? Now, let's be realistic here for a second, right? Let's just be a little realistic here. Azzyland, she's a reasonably nice-looking girl, don't you think? I think she's quite a nice-looking girl, and, well, Quebblecop is... well, he's Quebblecop.
Can I give you a rule? Like, never put your wallet in your back pocket.
How did this happen? Seriously, how did this happen? Like, look at the way she looks at him. Like, what do you even see? Do you know what? I want to find someone that looks at me in the same way Azzyland looks at Quebblecop, because, well, that would be great. Now, believe it or not, I didn't just bring up this video to take the piss of Quebblecop. The reason I brought it up is because, well, this is another Azzyland reaction video, and you'll note that it was made 11 months ago, but it's no different to the other 2 videos I showed you, which were made very recently in the past few days and weeks.
Shaving in general. A girl shave too. I agree. Shaving sucks. We don't shave our faces though, so I imagine that like the skin's very delicate and sensitive there. Like, ah!
Like, the only real difference in this video is that Quebblecop is in it, and that's it. Just like before, all they do is react to a still image and give a very general opinion on whether it's a struggle or not. And like before, what they say is all extremely obvious and you could figure it out for yourself without them there. So, oh, it's just, God. What I'm really trying to draw your attention to here is that this boyfriend struggle video is 11 months old. The other videos I showed you, well, they're all a few days or a few weeks old. And yet, there's no difference. They haven't changed at all over time. And in my opinion, that's a serious red flag. Because over time, your content should improve or change and just generally get better. Like, if you look at my videos from 11 months ago, they are complete and utter garbage. But over time, I've changed and I've improved somewhat. And yet, with Azzyland's videos, you don't see any change at all. Now, like I said at the start of this video, 90%... The hell was that? Like I said, 90% of Azzyland's uploads are these reaction videos. So, what's she doing when she's not reacting to still images? Well, it's mainly like challenge-style videos, I suppose. That's what you could call them. And they're not exactly any more entertaining, but to give us some level of defense, they are somewhat more original. This one's called Boyfriend Buys Girlfriend's Outfits for a Week Challenge, and it's about as interesting as it sounds. It's basically just Azzyland trying on various costumes, and Quebblecock going, "Oh, you look lovely." Ah.
Wait, okay. Yellow purse?
Okay.
Yeah. You know what the yellow purse stands for?
What does it stand for?
Loyalty.
Loyalty. Okay.
I made that up.
Loyalty purse.
But it's your loyalty purse.
My
It
loyalty
might not be Gucci, it might not be Louis, it might not be Prada, it might not be...
$9.99.
Now, I really don't want to stay on this video for very long, because it is just really boring, to be perfectly honest. The reason I'm highlighting it, though, is to show that some of Azzyland's videos can be somewhat original. It's not exactly the most unique idea on the planet, and it certainly isn't entertaining, but this boyfriend challenge thing is certainly a lot more original than just, well, reacting to still images. However, like I've said, 90% of her uploads are these still image reaction videos, and to be fair, she probably makes these more because they're quicker and easier to make, so while some of her content could be considered reasonably original, the vast majority of it certainly isn't. And that brings me back to the question I posed at the start of this video. Where's the cutoff point? Where's the point where transformative content becomes content theft? Well, in Azzyland's case, I would argue she is the cutoff point. Azzyland's videos certainly aren't content theft. Let's get that out of the way straight away. They are certainly not content theft. They are extremely far from content theft. However, at the same time, they're not very transformative either, and they're not very unique. Yes, she definitely does add something new, but everything she adds isn't really that necessary. And so therefore, I would argue that Azzyland's videos are the minimum standard of reaction videos. This is essentially the pass mark of reaction videos. This is the minimum amount of requirement needed to create a proper reaction video. And that, it makes her the cutoff point. That's basically all I had to say on Azzyland and her riveting reaction video, so as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, you can like it, you can subscribe to my channel to see more content, and you can check out my social medias in the description so you never miss an update from me. Any support you can throw me and my channel is greatly appreciated, as I'm currently trying to reach 6,969 subscribers. But yeah, anything you can do is seriously greatly appreciated, so thanks in advance. To finish this video off, I've got a real special treat for you kids. I'm going to be reacting to this bottle, so let's dive right into it. Please subscribe.